Man, this year was a wild year from start to finish outside of just personal lives, and I blame Cat Williams.
May not be no more after that.
Nah, Cat Williams opened the portal.
He opened the portal, and I need his ass to go back and close it. Please, I can't take anything else. Gabe, you've been ordering flowers for 30 minutes.
I've been ordering flowers for 24 hours. I must
Salute to Ashanti and Nelly. I love seeing them have their baby.
You know what I'm saying?
And just happy in love. It's super cute.
That you know what that means, right?
What?
You could always spin the block.
Family Matters was a diabolical record. That was a great record. The only reason why Drake lost the beef is just because 2025, we talking our shit. We talking our shit. What's up, guys? I'm Nyla Symone.
And I'm Gabe P. I like that. I'm trying to get Nyla back into like her energy. We haven't done we had the AMP radio show and we haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, it's been a few months.
And we filmed like a pilot for this show.
Just so you guys know, we're going to be diving into the beats and the banters with Central Discourse, the ultimate podcast where everything's music and entertainment collide.
I think spending all these years in the industry, like you kind of realize that like money really like isn't everything, and a lot of your favorite artists are broke too. So like we're all kind of in the same boat.
I ain't gonna lie, I love crying to R&B and a heartbreak.
Hey, look, if we being honest, this is gonna sound a little toxic, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The 3-week relationships be the best.
Let's be real. Men are the most emotionally immature and unstable living things on the planet. Period.
Oh. And then this is kind of like we're going to call this episode 0 of like.
0.
Because now that me and Nyla have like kind of fixed some of our bad habits from this year, maybe we could actually get this podcast together. Not maybe, it is happening because we're actually here.
We are here.
I know. Literally almost Sean probably has like to the date. He's like, well, it's actually been 340 something days, 5 hours, 7 minutes, and 30 seconds since we recorded the pilot episode.
Shout out to Shawnee. Shawnee Bravo's in the building as well.
Yes, but this is Central Discourse episode 0, kind of like 2024 wrap up. And like you want to say the tagline?
The tagline is turn up the volume.
Join the discourse. Yeah, I got it. We're good.
Turn up the
volume. Turn up the volume and join the discourse. I feel like this us up is great.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot smoother.
I feel like people are gonna. I mean, this is good though. Yeah, this is like all part of the process. Like this is like literally episode 0. We need this to be able to fuck up and kind of like talk about
how to get better.
How to get better.
Yes.
Have we gotten better this year though?
Well, I think because we took a break, we lost a stride, but it's all right.
Right, because the AMP show ended.
The AMP show was great, man.
It was a good time.
I do not regret the fact, but I am sad that we aren't able to play music in between because I did thoroughly enjoy you having your sessions. I would have my sessions, and then we'd have like our middle sessions as far as
chaotic.
Music. Yeah. Chaotic.
Yeah, chaotic.
Just your sessions was chaotic.
Mine
was smooth.
Not gonna lie, no, because they're going from like Cash Cobain to Rhapsody is such like a stark contrast of like where both of our brains are at mentally at this point in time.
But also, I think it's just a really dope representation of hip hop and where it's at right now.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I agree. Well, I mean, like one of the things that we spoke about, like especially. And this is the point where I wish Sean had a mic, but we will get Sean a mic eventually. We had like talked about our 24 ins and outs like at the top of the year in the pilot episode that never came out. I guess we'll go through a couple of these. Like we had trends and themes that we'd like to see continue or end and like resolutions.
Yep.
Why is mine the first one there?
Yours is the only one that's there.
Yeah, why is mine the first one that's there? Poor planning. Why? So wait, why am I being put on the spot?
It's okay, Gabe. This is all you right now. So Gabe's trends and themes that he would like to continue or end
was being less toxic, or being around less toxic women. Something along those. Well, we actually have a couple others.
Be less toxic. Companies actually booking my flights for me. I'm screaming.
That was both of us, though.
I'm screaming because I know exactly who you're talking about.
Who was I talking about? Oh, yeah.
That reimbursement shit was killing.
That shit was killing me. I was like, oh, my God. I was like, please, from now, but I think, like, yes, actually, that has worked for me, actually, since then. We did this, like, live DJ set party with this company called Colors out in Texas for Afro Tech Weekend, and like they handled all of our flights, and like that's
what I'm talking
and
about.
And I believe if I'm not mistaken, they were the ones who booked it, not Toby. So it worked out, and it was smooth. Smooth all the way there and back.
As it should be done.
As it should be done. And I didn't have to worry, but we didn't have to worry about nothing.
Lovely.
Lovely.
And the room was nice.
The B&B was amazing.
Beautiful.
It was a beautiful B&B.
See, I don't. Yes. So more of that in 2025, please. It says out with toxic women. How have you been doing with that?
I'm good. Actually, like it's like been like a month, but like in the last month I've been good.
A month? Yo, a month.
A month is a long time.
Yo, we talked about this in January. It's December.
I know, bro. I was crashing out.
Oh Lord.
No, you know what it is? I think that like we work in, and you know this, like we work in the music industry, so it's kind of hard to like really like lock in with someone, and then sometimes you just lock in with people because you're bored or you have the time to lock in with people, and like it's just like you find out that they're toxic, but then you're just kind of like, well, I'm so busy, like that kind of like addressing the problems over here just kind of like takes a back burner because you're like, you know what, like that shit is like over here, I'll deal with this later. I got to deal with like what's going on with like we need to talk or on the radar right now.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I just don't know, I just didn't have like a chance to really lock in, but I have been locking in this last month.
Okay.
But I think it's because it's the holidays. I have time. Like things slow down a little bit. We all music industry shuts down except for us, for real. So it's like now that like I think things are slowing down, I've been able to kind of like shift my focus into like one thing.
Okay.
And like I don't know, if it works out, it works out. If it don't, you know.
Let me find out.
Ball
Gabe
up top.
got a vibe. Gabe done got him a vibe.
A little vibe.
I like that for you.
Yeah, but not ball up top. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He got that. I know you got that, right, man? He understood that. You got that reference?
I am.
No. Okay. Cool. That's fine.
I am single.
Come on. Come on. Everybody clap it up. Clap it up for Nyla.
Guys.
Clap it up for Nyla.
So this is new for me.
How's single life been? I didn't ask her this off camera. You don't gotta give like full details. You can like dance around and shit.
It's been really good. I've been enjoying myself.
You got flown out yet?
I've been enjoying myself.
Shit.
I've been enjoying myself.
Oh, man.
But, you know.
Oh, man.
Also, it's just weird for me because I am not a hot girl. So it's like.
Right. You
know,
like a cozy girl.
I'm a super cozy girl.
Which is cool.
Super low key.
But I feel like, okay, right? Because we in our what I've noticed, right? In our late 20s, because you're I'm 28.
Oh my God, Gabe.
Right.
Damn, niggas just throwing out government information out here.
I'm sure if you look it up online, it's already there.
On Google, it says I'm 22. Thank you.
Does it really?
Yes, it does, and I did not do it. I had nothing to do with that.
Nyla Symone age.
I'm totally here
she a
for
Leo. Nyla Symone DJ, born in 2002 in Germany.
Man, I don't
where the fuck y'all getting y'all information? Yo, famous birthdays. Birthdays.
Gabe,
word two.
You're really big headed
I go
right
out.
now, and it's
Word
crazy.
two. Nah, if I gotta sit around talking about I'm 28 and all this bullshit, I'm gonna hit up my friend at Famous Birthdays and be like, yo, I need y'all to get Nyla Symone right.
Yeah.
Cause she mad as shit.
I swear to God, I ain't never told nobody that age, but I'm also not mad at it. Like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I look young. I get it. But what you about to say? Now that you're getting older in age.
No, I feel like, okay, as like a man, now that I'm getting older in age, like I like my shorty to be like a little cozy. Like you gotta have a balance. I mean, you outside, but you also cozy. You got a decent balance.
When I'm outside, I'm working. I ain't outside to be outside. I'm outside because I'm working, I'm DJing. If I'm not doing that.
Well, it's like I feel like for me, like with my like women at this age, like I would like for her to be like cozy, but also like outside. Like I like going outside. I don't like ODing anymore like I used to, but like I like a nice little vibe. But at the end of the day, I ain't gonna lie, I just want to go home, get food, and like chill. Simple. You feel me? Simple. Or like she outside and she working. I like that shit too. Like that shit a vibe. So yeah. I think it's just us getting older though, for real. But I have been starting to notice that around like some of my friends who are like a little older than me. I'm like, oh man, the vibes is like.
The vibes is different.
And then around my younger friends, I'd be like, I think I'm still in this bracket. like I think I'm just at the tail end of this bracket. Okay. But I'm definitely still here. You feel me?
We'll see how this year goes for you.
Yeah, we'll see how we gonna see. Making a milli.
Making a milli. That's always on the go.
I don't divulge like my finances. I don't know if I made a milli this year, but we hit a milli on YouTube, so I mean, you know.
That's big.
That's a milli on YouTube, IG, and TikTok. So I mean, we made a milli on something.
Fire.
Burning yourself out.
Man.
Have you burnt yourself out this year?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
July was peak burnout, and August was just burnt.
Why?
Honestly, all the certified events.
Oh yeah, you were going hard at the top of the year with all your live events.
Then all the traveling I was doing, like DJ wise, outside of certified events.
Mm-hmm.
Then juggling a relationship. Then juggling. Yeah, it was just a lot. Yeah.
Those, and you always did them on Fridays during my radio, so that's why I was always so mad I could never come, because I'm always like, I'm in the radio station, that's 10 o'clock, and then by the time I get to Cafe or Zuli.
Well, just make sure you shout out on your show next time.
We did. I ain't gonna lie, I would make sure DJ Will shouted it out.
Okay, cool.
For surely.
All right.
But yeah, congrats on the certified vibe events, man. Them
Thank you.
shits was amazing.
Yeah, man, it was good, but led to burnout. How
No,
about
I feel you. I think like for me, like, cause remember, like, you know, obviously on the radar we have like a high volume of like all these different types of artists coming in, and I think like my peak burnout was like March, cause it was like I was still interviewing everybody.
Dang, that's early.
Yeah, right. It was like months after we shot the first episode, and I think it was peak burnout for me because I think I was still interviewing every artist, so I think like a big part of my Sundays would just go towards prep. And you know how long prep could take, especially with artists who aren't as big as, you know, that are out on labels where they could give you a whole press sheet of questions and whatnot. So I think like that was like my peak burnout. And there was like a point where I was having like heart palpitations, I think. And like that's when I had to go I had to go get checked out. And it was just like peak anxiety, peak burnout, whatever was going on over here. I was drinking way too much coffee at the time, and I just had to like and we were still traveling for tour. So like once we came back from our Nashville stop in April, I like took like a 2-3 week break, and then I think I went to Florida for like 10 days, and I just kind of like Kanye West it, and I was just like hiding out in a secluded place where I could just like vibe and have a good time and just, you know, see my friends, but also like find some mental peace. And then I came back and I was good. I stopped drinking coffee. I drink tea now.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on your vibe. I'm on your vibe.
Yay.
I drink tea now.
What's your favorite?
I have like this ginger tea at home that I really like.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm not like out here being like, oh, I drink this and this type of tea. Like it's really,
you like tea?
I like ginger chamomile. But those are like my main two that I drink every morning, because I felt like I was still craving something hot in the morning.
I'm gonna get some tea for us in here.
I go lie, yeah. I was thinking about that on the way here too. I'm like, I didn't get to drink tea today. I wanted some, but I think like that was my burnout. So I had to like learn how to like to delegate more to more people, hire more people on the team, and then kind of figure out like what was like the best way for me to make sure that I was good. So like me going to the studio right away wasn't always a good idea. So I'm not always at OTR anymore. I'm there for like half the day in the evening after I get the morning stuff done, you know, whether dealing with like the record label side or this and that, the legal stuff, you know. And then that's kind of how I avoid burnout, by just spending more time at home and like with my family and shit like that. So it worked out. And we took 3 weeks off for the holidays, so that's nice.
I love that. I feel like I love you saying that to avoid burnout, you're spending more time with your family. And I think that this year, especially after my breakup, I've always loved my friends and family, but like just being able to rely on people and just having love outside of like romantic love, I think really stood out to me this year. Like I'm like, damn, I really love my friends and I really love my family.
That's how I feel. And I feel like I've gone through a couple things this year, whether it be like, you know, like online controversies or X, Y, and Z. And it's just like, I remember, shout out my brother Devon Terrell. My brother Devon, you know Devon. Yeah. Devon is like literally like one of the most important people in my life, as like just an OG figure, and he's gonna hate when I say that because it implies that he's old. But he's not. He's like in his mid-30s. He's not old at all. But he told me like a couple weeks ago, he's like, bro, because I told him I came back from somewhere and I was really upset about some shit that happened, and then like my abuela was the first person to greet me, and she gave me a hug, and I said that healed me. And he's like, it's because that was real. He's like, anything that people have to say to you or say about you because, you know, you're reaching a certain level or status in music, whatever, online, has no effect on your real life, and like that hate is never real in person. And then like he's like just spend time with the people who are actually real in your life instead of focusing on the negative, you know, whatever. I mean, we've all dealt with shit online, you know what I'm saying?
It's so real.
And I felt that. And then like I went back to work the next week, and then like that's when I met Mario, Fat Joe, Common, Pete Rock, Paz, and every single one of them just told me that like they just sung praise to me, and they were just like, hey man, you're a legend. Like, just keep doing what you're doing. Me and Common had like
the legends told you were a legend?
Yeah.
Damn,
like,
is that on camera?
No. But I had this really like, I think it was like, I forgot which one of them said it though, but I remember like I did have a 20, 30 minute conversation with Common off camera, and we were just sitting in the studio just talking about life. and he was just talking about my position and like what we're building with OTR, and it was like beautiful. And like Calvin was like, I wasn't sure if I should have filmed it or not. I was like, I don't want you to film that.
Yeah.
Like I want that just to be for me. I don't want everybody else to have that. So I think like over the year to avoid burnout, just spending more time with the people that matter, and yeah.
I love it. And before we pivot, I just want to say shout out to Daffy, because Daffy's the one who actually put that into perspective for me. Like, Nyla, you are so loved. And I was like, damn, I am loved.
Yeah.
I'm loved by people in this room. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I'm excited. But, man, this year was a wild year from start to finish outside of just personal lives. And I blame Cat Williams.
You think Cat Williams is responsible for the turmoil in your personal life?
No, I said outside of personal life.
Said outside of personal life. No, because I didn't catch the outside part. I thought you was telling me some shit.
Man, you
single now? I thought we was trying to
I
thought she was blaming Cat Williams for this.
You messing up my smooth pivot
my bad,
here.
My bad. Nah, Cat Williams opened the portal.
He opened the portal, and I need his ass to go back and close it. Please, I can't take anything else.
No, go ahead. Get your shit off.
I can't take nothing else. I'm waiting on the aliens to come. They still haven't came yet. Like,
I feel bad for Uncle Murda. That's like let's be honest here. Who do we really feel bad for? Uncle Murda, because Uncle Murda got to find a way to wrap
all this up.
Shit, to wrap all this up at the end of the year.
Oh man!
I mean, I think last year's wrap up was like 10 minutes. But like this year's wrap up got to be like at least like 20 to 30 minutes long.
I ain't listening to that shit. Not if it's 20 to 30
Oh, now you
minutes long.
bugging.
That's crazy.
You're not. Come on, you can't say that.
20 to 30 minutes?
See, you could listen in parts though. Like
this
what I did last year.
He gonna drop a rap podcast.
I ain't gonna lie. What I did last year was like I felt you, because it is a lot to listen to. I literally broke it up throughout the day. Like I woke up, I listened to like 5 minutes, and then I did some shit, and then I listened to the next 5 minutes, and then I got to the end of it, because it's just like it's a lot of information to take in.
It is. I always enjoy the wrap ups though. I'm curious to see how he puts this together. We're like, yeah.
Yeah, the Diddy part of the wrap up is gonna be crazy.
The Diddy part, all of it is gonna be crazy from start to down to this Remy Ma and Papoose. It's like, yo.
Man, I almost forgot about that.
As the weeks round down, it's just getting crazier and crazier. That's what, honestly, I literally pray to God every night, like, Lord, please protect me, because this year has been wicked.
Yeah.
Like, wicked online, really wicked online, honestly. Like, and like as Kat said, like things in the dark are gonna be coming to light, and we've been seeing that.
To some extent.
I think,
yep,
I don't know if it's an illusion or whatever. Everybody has a conspiracy, but
I feel like if you're doing shit in the dark, it's always gonna come to light at some point. Like there's no way around it. Like it's like if you're just being a bad person, at some point in your life, whether it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years from now, you're gonna get caught. I think Nicki Minaj said it. There's no timeline on a get back. You know what I'm saying? And that get back doesn't have to be by a person. The get back could be the universe getting back at you for doing some negative shit.
This is true. I agree. No timeline on a get back. I like that.
Yeah, right. I knew you like that. When I said universe, I was like, oh, Nyla's going to eat this shit. We're talking about the universe and shit.
Speaking my language.
We're talking about the universe and shit now. But I mean, like, aside from Cat Williams, though, like, I think there was a lot of positive shit that happened this year, too. Like, I think, like, Thug getting out of jail was something that was, like, super, like, important to the culture. Super, like, I don't know, just it felt good. It felt good.
Did you think he was going to get out of jail?
I didn't. Well, I don't want to say I didn't. I think, like, at first I didn't, and then just as the trial kept going on, you're just like, bro, they don't got nothing for real. And it was just a matter of time. Like, I was just like, it felt like, when they, in New York a lot, it happens. Like, the NYPD will just try to make an example of an artist and just drag him through the mud for whatever. And it just kind of felt like the same thing was happening in Georgia. And obviously he was going to get out, and obviously there's a lot of stuff that just happened with, YSL and the whole thing. And obviously the issues between him and Gunna, which I think is still, like, overly unfortunate. I think that's, like, kind of, like, the worst part about this whole thing. But, I mean, I'm happy that he's out, and I hope and I pray that he stays out of, like, trouble and just kind of stays on, like, the right path. Because that's what we need him.
Yeah. We need him. I think, this year was, I know this word was overused this year, but diabolical really sums up.
Diabolical?
Yes. What?
Why do you feel that?
Gunna was a rat. Gunna had a hit. Young Thug got out of jail.
That was Gunna. All that was this year with Gunna, where he sold out the shows at Barclays and all that. Was that this year? That was last year.
This was a long year. I don't know. Speaking of getting back, let's talk about rap beef, because that has definitely been the highlight of the year. She just wants to get me in trouble. Yo, rap beef has been the highlight of the year.
I just felt like you were so excited to see
what?
the Drake downfall.
No.
That's what the energy felt. I'm lying. That's what the energy felt like.
No, it's not about Drake's downfall.
It's
but
not like you felt that much. He's still like the most
Gabe,
streamed artist.
Can we just put on record that everything Kendrick said, I was saying all the year before on Round Table.
Like what?
How Drake needs to do the work on himself and grow up. I've been saying that. So
right.
To hear Kendrick say it, I was like, oh my God, somebody's listening. Somebody gets it.
Yeah.
That was all. I didn't necessarily want to see his empire crumble.
Right.
Like that was never. I'm a Drake fan. I grew up listening to Drake. Everybody. I grew up listening to everybody. So for me, all I really wanted for Drake was just to evolve as like a man and let that reflect in his music. And I feel like he never really did that for us.
I feel like we got hints of that on the deluxe of For All the Dogs when he did the Scary Hours and he had like the real rap records. I feel like that was kind of like
just because he getting back.
No,
to his
I'm
origins.
not saying that, but I'm just saying like that was kind of like that to me felt like that hint of like what you were talking about. You know what I mean?
I felt like because in one of the songs he did with Cole on the deluxe.
That's a Wickman. I think that's that one.
I don't remember the name.
I got you.
But in one of them, he pretty much says like, "I don't have it in me."
Yeah,
love.
It's Wickman.
In one of those records, he says he don't have it in him, but I think he don't have it in him because he's really not trying.
You don't think he's trying?
To do the work on himself? No. I mean, I don't really think Future's out here trying to do the work on himself either. You know, I don't think it's not
a quick turnaround.
It's not exclusively to Drake. I'm just saying, like, I just want to...
You think overall that there's a lot of, like, artists / men in the industry that got to do some personal work on themselves. Okay.
Because Drake and Future both are very inspirational and influential to the men, and they want to be like them. I mean, there was just a Drake lookalike contest with 1,000 niggas that showed up looking like Drake. You know what I'm saying?
That was amazing.
Oh my God, I'm surprised you wasn't there, Negro.
All right.
But I mean, I'm saying all that to say, I just want everybody should be pushing themselves to be the best version of themselves. So I feel like you still complain about bitches that you was complaining about on your first, second, third, fourth, fifth album. It's like, damn, are we ever gonna find love? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's also like okay, not even trying to like defend a not growing up mentality, right? And it's not me defending it. It's just kind of like maybe they just, because even me kind of getting older and kind of going through and even telling you what I went through this year and like, you know, with like other women, it's just like sometimes it's like also just, again, you're only as good as like the company you keep.
Yeah. But
then sometimes it's like, again, we're all so busy in this industry and you can only imagine how where all their mindsets are at being who they are and how busy they are.
I know.
Sometimes it's probably hard for them to even think about this. Because I think now even what I go through personally as like a 28-year-old successful man within the music industry, like I think everybody trying to get a lick off of me. You feel me? Like I'll go out with a girl and I'll be like, do you really like me? Or like, are you looking at this as like a lick? You feel me? And I'm sure a lot of them go through things like that, which then that doesn't reinforce positive growth for change.
I feel like both of them have dated women on their caliber. And it just didn't work out. And you know what? Relationships are hard. Who am I to say?
But that could also have been the point in their lives because like they're still fairly young. Like they're in their mid-30s.
Stop it,
bro. Like Future. How old is Future now?
Stop it. Fairly young. We're fairly young.
We are fairly young. Okay, Future's 41. I can't defend that.
Yeah.
But like, also again. But again, and I don't want this to keep
you were
falling.
doing better. You just started off the podcast talking about how you're doing better.
I am doing better. I'm doing.
Don't defend these toxic niggas. And honestly, if I'm being honest, I feel like they lean into it on purpose. I'm just saying, I don't think they really realize how much influence they have. And I would like to see just growth.
They do because I mean, you know, I think that like even, you know, we say that music doesn't affect how people think, but of course it does. You know, like if for the past 2 years, if I'm always bumping the Slizzies and I'm hanging out with them, I'm going to their parties, obviously
that's the type of time you're gonna be
that's
on.
the type of time I'm gonna be on. And like now it's about like learning about, but I also think it's up to the person to like be able to still enjoy that type of music and also kind of like separate, like, you know, like shout out, I go live, shout out my producer Rob, bro, because Rob has been bumping Chow and all them with me when we first met them to now, but Rob is happily engaged and like he still enjoys the music and he's been with his girl for like a long time, very long time.
Rob.
Shout out to
Congrats.
Rob. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think it's just about also like if you're like listening to the music and you're just a consumer, you just kind of have to learn how to. It's like you got to just take the content of the music and understand that's like, yo, that's not my life.
Yeah.
But I can still enjoy this shit. But I would like, you know, I've been saying, and I think I said it last year, like I would love to hear more grown, mature music from like people like Travis and Drake. Like I really like the Scary Hours on I loved For All the Dogs like in general. Like Bahama Promises is like I had that shit on loop on the plane to Florida. Don't ask me why. But I had shit on loop on the plane to Florida, and the real rap part of that project of the Scary Hours, like I always thoroughly enjoy it because I feel like that's like my favorite Drake. Like 8 a.m. in Charlotte is like my favorite Drake to listen to. So like I always be wanting more of that. But I take what he puts out. But I understand where you're coming from with it too.
Yeah, but not to make it all personal. I don't like how it's labeled here on the sheet. It's Drake versus everybody. When we don't really give a fuck about everybody. It's really Drake versus Big King Kenny.
I ain't gonna lie, it was him versus everybody though.
Please, that's the cop out all the Drake fans are using. Like, oh, he had the
No.
No, he did
I'm
not
saying,
have to address them other niggas. You
He
only
didn't.
gotta address.
He didn't. No, I'm not even. That's not a defense either.
Okay,
That's just it was, but like, bro, at the beginning, it really was him versus everybody.
He ain't had to address them other niggas. That's where he fucked up. You worried about all these little naysayers, nigga. You need to pay attention to the war that is approaching.
I ain't gonna lie though. I still feel like overall, I kind of went back and I was listening to all the tracks from the battle recently. Not like the extra like Rick Ross tracks or any, like just like Drake and Kendrick. And like I listened to Family Matters again, and I didn't really like Family Matters when it came out. I didn't like the beat switch. Like I thought it was cool, and then I was like, but like it really like that song really regrew on me.
Family Matters was tough.
Yeah, it really regrew on me.
Family Matters was tough. Family Matters was a diabolical record. That was a great record.
Very diabolical.
The only reason why Drake lost the beef is just because he rushed to war. Like Kendrick was already ready. It's like Kendrick already knew. He already knew this nigga was gonna do that.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to figure out, how did Drake have a visual shot for this? Who shoots music videos in the middle of a rap battle? This is not the time.
I thought the music video was kind of hard though, with the G Unit spinner and then the.
Yeah, it was hard for 49 minutes until fucking
Not Like Us
Meet the Grams drop, followed by Not Like Us. Like, I don't know, but I do think Drake loss was honorable up until the lawsuit. Like it was like, damn, you actually did good. You know what I'm saying? You threw out jabs, a couple niggas in.
So the lawsuit is what really like.
Oh, that tanked. Now it's like, now your Karen side is showing.
I feel like I don't know. I'm again like it's not like a defense of Drake or anything, but it just always feels like the lawsuit feels like something that's like much deeper and deeply rooted than just like the battle. You know what I'm saying? It feels like it's just something that's been going on for a long time, and like that it was just a boiling point, and then like, you know, the battle was just kind of like the chain that set it off.
Well, I feel like,
but it could also just be him doing it. You know what I'm saying?
It could be. I feel like it would be a little more tasteful if he did want to do this lawsuit, even after the battle. Like if he wanted to do the lawsuit, but maybe he made it more about the artist in general instead of making it all about him, then it'd be like a little more respectable, because then it's like, oh, you're actually doing this for others to benefit off of streams and people getting their fair just due based off like what they're making. But because he made it all about him and like it being used against him is why it's like, again, this is for self. Like, I don't know. It went from honorable to Karen.
Right, I can respect that, but I think in the long run, like, I mean, I don't know if the lawsuit actually goes through, it's gonna help a lot more people than just him.
That shit ain't gonna go through because it's only for him. If you read it,
yeah. I think, but it's also like a public perception thing.
Yeah, the internet is trying to make it seem like he's trying.
What
it feels
like he's trying to do, it feels like he's just trying to attack. Well, yeah, he's trying to attack like Kendrick, but also like just straight up just UMG.
Oh, it's definitely
for like a public perception type of thing. Not even for like a legal perception. He's just trying to like bash UMG. Because again, you know, like I think it's like a trickle down effect. It's like, all right, look, if you bash UMG and whatever labels are under UMG, and then upcoming artists who are all inspired by Drake, because like let's face it, like most artists, when you ask them their top 5, Drake is always in that top 3 for the most part. then it's like, oh, well, Drake said that UMG is no good. So why would I go sign there? I'm going to go sign over. You know, I think it's a lot deeper than just like than what we see. But that's just how I think about it. I could be wrong, but that's just how I look at it.
Well, I definitely think it's deeper, but I don't think it's deeper necessarily in the fact of him trying to be a hero.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's rooted in him actually giving a fuck about us. Personally.
I guess like hot take question, do you think like the battle was good or bad for just, I guess, rap as a whole?
Good.
You think it was good? Okay.
Yeah. I think for rap, I think it was good. The only thing the most annoying thing to me about the rap battle is just all the racial tension that has risen. Next to, of course, you know, Trump and everything. I just feel like that was like messy and kind of unnecessary. Mm-hmm. But for rap, I thought it was really great. I think we got to see like Orange Rep and Iron and watch them like really flex. Yeah. And I also I appreciated what it inspired.
Okay.
Like from other artists. Like Kendrick inspired mad artists, and it also inspired fandom. Like I think we've seen fandom, obviously they all have massive fan bases.
Oh my God, watching the Drake and Kendrick fans go at each other is like watching my last two brain cells fight for life at the end of the night. Like it's just like a bunch of Twitter bots just going back and forth, and I'm like, yo, I love all of y'all.
I do.
I love GNX is one of my favorite albums that Kendrick has ever put out. Fucking, again, y'all know I love Drake. Like there's a Drake song for any occasion in your life, for anything you're going through. But like literally stop.
I know.
Like stop. Like literally watching y'all argue with each other about this is just making me like watching the Twitter bots argue with each other. I'm just like, guys, like let's pack it up.
I know.
I'm so tired. But I agree with you. I think like all the undertones that came with the battle is like, it's just a lot, bro.
That's what made it messy. Like, damn, I honestly just want to have fun and make it about rap, but they keep making it not about rap.
Right. They keep bringing, like, race into it, and it's like, all right, guys, can we just have fun?
All right, but what would you say is the best record out of the rap beef?
I mean, obviously, like, it would be crazy to say, like, not like us, for real. Like,
you think that's the best record?
Oh, we're talking, well, okay. I mean, it's the one that I listen to the most, I think.
Okay. Mine is Euphoria.
Euphoria. I think I like Euphoria for like the wordplay. I think that's like
the wordplay, the storytelling. Like, I'll never forget my first time. Well, really, I'll never forget my first time listening to Like That, followed by my first time listening to Euphoria, because that shit was so funny. That was my first time listening to a rap like this song, and I'm laughing.
Right.
When I see you stand next to Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches. This real competition, you might pop ass with them. Like, damn. Like,
not gonna lie.
What?
Not gonna lie. And then Drake just going onto Sexy's album, then rapping over BBL Drizzy.
Bro, why?
I'm not okay. Look, as someone who's like an internet kid and who has been a troll in his life as a kid on the internet, I thought that was really funny.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You liked it?
Well, okay, hold on. Let's not do this. Like,
I'm asking.
Did I like it? Did I like the song?
Yeah. Did you like him rapping over? Yes. Did you like the song?
I was thoroughly entertained. Did I put it in rotation? No.
Okay.
But like, would I occasionally be like, I want to go listen to him rap over BBL Drizzy? Like, cause I forgot what it sounded like. Yeah, I went back once or twice, but I'm not gonna like. I didn't just sit here and like was like, oh, I'm gonna go listen to that.
Fine.
I thought it was funny though. Like, I don't know. I like that type of trolling where it's kind of like, oh, you diss me, but like I'm gonna embrace the diss a little bit and I'm gonna run with it.
But he should have did that.
But again, I don't think he was in the position where he should have been doing that at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or I think he should have did it sooner.
No, I think on Sexy Red's album was like the right place to do it.
That right place, but sooner.
Okay.
Because that shit was like 3 weeks later. I done moved on. Like, my anxiety's dying down. I don't know.
And now your anxiety's back up.
Now it's like, whatever.
Because now all of a sudden he's rapping over BBL Drizzy. Now you're like, oh man, Metro about to start going in on Twitter. Like, it was about to be a whole thing.
Leave Metro out of it, man.
Yeah, let Metro been through a lot, man.
Yeah,
Metro let him show, bro.
That's how I feel. I don't really want him being a part of it. But I will say, how did you feel when Like That dropped?
Man, what he say? He said, fuck the big three, it's just big me. I was like,
nigga, bum.
That shit was hard.
It was.
That shit was hard because I think like it was a Friday, and then I went out that night and I heard it in the club and I was just like, I said I need my goat to fight back. But it was kind of funny because I was having this conversation with like some of my industry friends from New York, but it was weird because it was like I had noticed like a lot of people in New York took the Kendrick shit very personal, and I was like, why are people taking Kendrick shit so personal in New York? Like Drake's not from New York, but it's just like I think it's because like the proximity of Toronto to New York City, and also kind of like the people who are from Canada who live in New York. Yeah. But it was like in a way like and like Drake is like very important in New York to a lot of people. I mean, you think about the Harlem show last year at the Apollo, this year at the Apollo. That was this year. Yeah, that was early this year.
That was this year?
I think the Apollo show was this year, if I'm not mistaken. If not last, right? What? No? Okay.
Man, we're getting old. All of
anyway, they're not helping. Yeah. But the Apollo show, I mean, shit. No. It might have been last year. Anyway, but like you think about even last year where he did the 12 shows in New York in a week and a half. He did OTR in the middle of it. Like to a lot of people in New York, like Drake is very important. So I could see, I noticed that and I was like, why are people in New York tweaking about this? But it made sense to me in the long run. Interesting, right? You didn't think about it like that.
Nah, nobody I was around was tweaking. Everybody was hype. Personally. My friend group was 100%. Well, actually, obviously, Team Cole. So
yeah, we're both Team Cole at the end.
We're really Team Cole.
We're both Team Cole at the end of the day, yeah, for sure.
I felt pretty neutral about it, but I was just definitely entertained.
All right, real talk here. How did you feel about 7 Minute Drill when it came out?
Why are we doing drills right now? That's how I felt. Why are we doing drills right now?
Besides the context of the song, though.
No, that's what I mean. Why are we doing drills right now? I feel like he should have, because I feel like he shouldn't have put 7 Minute Drill out at all, because I think the project was great. But now it's not great because it's tied to this beef. Right. That you really didn't have shit to do with, but now you're in it, and then you apologize. It was just like, all right, it
was too much going on.
It's just, why? Why did you even do it?
I mean, he made the right decision.
But the right decision would have been to never put out 7 Minute Drill. Because if you're going to enter a war, you don't enter a war like practicing. Yeah. Like, it's not practice. It isn't just a warm up. I'm just doing this shit off the dome. Like, nigga, you either come prepared for war or you don't. You don't. Yeah. So that's my only thing with Cole and 7 Minute Drill. I'm glad he did remove it off the project. So now you can just listen to it and thoroughly enjoy just a good rap album. But I think the apology was a really pivotal part of the year. How did you feel about the apology?
I mean, I feel like that's like when I think that was like the first time, not the first time, but I feel like that was like kind of, for me, one of the epicenters of like seeing like the hate on Twitter that I was just talking about early on. Like, I'm like, yo, like, y'all hating on a man for prioritizing his mental health over dealing with two people who is like, they're his friends, but like also it's like, you know, we've been in arguments with our friends before and we just step back because it's just like, yo, my mental health is worth more than whatever bullshit that you're going through. Yeah. You feel me? And I think that as a society, especially like a big part of like just like Twitter in general, is just very hypocritical of everything that they say. Because on one end, they're like, J. Cole, mental health, shout out Cole promoting peace and X, Y, Z. Look, he's riding his bike around Central Park. Right. Like, just being a normal human being. Like, shout out J. Cole. And then on the other side of things, they're like, nah, bro, you were supposed to go kill him. I'm like, yo, so do y'all actually care about other people? Or y'all just bored out y'all 9-to-5s?
Yeah. Misery loves company on the internet.
No disrespect. And that's not me disrespecting anybody with a 9-to-5 before anybody try to jump on and on that. It's just a real thing. It's like, yo, like, you not in the same mental space as him, bro. He's literally being watched at by millions of people, and you don't give a fuck about if he's okay or not. Yeah. Like, you're throwing shit at him, talking about like, oh, you pussy, you this, you that. But like, bro, he never was on that type of time to begin with Kendrick. J. Cole's always just been the, yo, I'm gonna put out what I put out, and I'm gonna go bike down Fifth Ave in peace. You know, go to Electric Lady, make one of the best albums of all time. Shout out 2014 Forest Hills Drive 10-year anniversary. Nyla got the, you know what I'm saying? And like that's it. So I feel like that's kind of like when I saw the hate on Twitter, and ever since then, like I was just kind of like, that was like the one night where I'm like, yo, like hip hop Twitter kind of fucked up, bro. Y'all don't care as much about y'all artists as y'all think y'all do.
The culture is fucked up.
Or y'all say y'all do, because everybody got an opinion, but nobody got a solution.
Yeah, I think initially there was just a lot of negative comments because Cole fans thought we were going to war. So for us to not go to war and find out, like, at the festival, it's like, oh, I've been charged up all day, you know, listening to 7-minute drill, waiting for you to, like, come and talk shit on stage, to actually get the complete opposite is 100%, like, shocking. Like, wait, what the fuck? Nigga, you just told me to get my gun. I got my gun, and we not toting? Like, what's happening? So I think that's why he got a lot of negative feedback. I think if he never even would have stepped into it, that part could have been avoided for him.
Facts, but as a Cole fan, you shouldn't be surprised.
So that's initial reaction. After I took a day and slept on it, I'm like, all right, yeah, I feel it. Yeah. That shit ain't sit right with your soul. You know I'm big on soul. He said it didn't sit right in his soul. I respect it. Like, I don't got no problems with that. Yeah,
I was about to say, that's been like, I'm like, once like Cole, like, I'm big on that too. I'm like, if it don't sit right with my soul, I'm going to keep it pushing after that. And that's why I'm like, I ain't mad at Cole. You know what I'm saying? He made the right decision. Got a dope podcast out now too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I appreciate him tapping into nostalgia. Shout out to Cole though. I'm nervous for Dreamville Fest, the last and final.
But why are you nervous though? What reason do you have to be nervous?
Because I just don't want it to be the last one. I love Dreamville Fest.
I've never gone, and this is probably going to be my first one.
That's crazy.
I know. Because every year I say I'm going to go, and I never go.
You should come with me and Envy. Envy says he's going to come with me too.
Envy's going to come this? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to go this year though.
Because he said the same thing. He said, I've never been. I'm like, well, come with me.
Yeah, because every year I'm about to go, and then I look at the prices for everything, and I'm just like, maybe not.
No. We out. You have to. It's only right.
I'm gonna go this year.
I'm just like, damn, what's the speech gonna be like? And if it's the last one, who you gonna get? You already had Drake come. You gonna get Kendrick? Like, what we doing? I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't know. The Kendrick shit might be too much to handle.
What do you mean?
It might be too much.
They still friends. He apologized. He said he liked his music. So that you could give him a performance, and he already gonna be touring.
Yeah, but him doing Not Like Us on that stage, I feel like wouldn't sit right with J. Cole's soul. What? Why is everybody laughing? That's just.
Yo.
I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm serious.
I feel like we're beyond the soul part at this point. That's a hit record. Like, say what you want, it don't sit right. It's a hit record. No,
I'm just saying. No, it is a hit. No, it is a hit record. No, it is. But no, I'm saying like for Cole, like.
Well, who else you gonna get? It's Kendrick's year. Who else can headline?
Circle with me back in like 2 months.
All right.
Unless they do like, Travis Scott just gave me one of the crazy. You imagine he just pulls something so crazy. He's like, you know what, fucking Playboy Cardi. That shit would be, like that would send Nyla spiraling.
All right, so we're still wondering who the headliners would be for the last and final. But for me, I'm really hoping it's not the final. I hope he gets out there and be like, the fall off is never dropping because I'm never falling off. And then he like gives us a great album or something.
Why would he say it's the final? Why would he say it's the final if it's not the final?
I don't know. Just to get the sales up. Just to have all y'all niggas in the building. Just for him to let y'all know he ain't going nowhere. That's just what I would like.
I would be tight. I'd be like, damn, I could have been back at the crib. I could have came next to you. I could have said I was coming next year.
Man, stop.
Nah, I love Cole, man.
Sean so petty. He said hashtag delusion.
I'm excited. I'm sad that it's ending, but I feel like also it's not even just a Cole thing. I think just like festival culture as a whole is getting kind of old to a lot of people.
Thank God.
So I feel like I just think this is overall just a generalized like it's kind of just going downhill for everybody.
But I feel like Dreamville Fest was one of the good ones. It wasn't like the other stinky people bumping into you like festivals, people passing out.
It don't matter.
Oh my God! To me, Dreamville Fest felt like a family reunion.
Man, I feel like this episode makes me look bad. I'm not saying like that's a great thing, but I just think overall in general, people just don't want to go to festivals anymore.
Fine.
Like I'm sure. Again, I've never been to Dreamville Fest, but from the videos I've seen from you, Speedy, Rob, Wayno, everybody posting about. I'm like, yo, this looks like one of like the cleanest festivals I've ever seen.
That's
right?
what I like about it.
Like real vibey, real chill, real calm. But like, I don't think it matters because festival prices are still expensive. Getting to North Carolina, I'm sure for some people it's not that expensive, but like you still got to fly in, hotels, food, festival, merch, this, that. Like it's just, everybody's probably burnt out.
It is a lot, but it's good for the economy of the cities. Jack Harlow had his first festival in his hometown. Gazebo Fest. I thought that shit was a vibe. It was cute. There was no reason on planet Earth why I would ever be in Kentucky, but I did think it was cool just to see how, to see where he grew up, the culture, the people, I don't know. I think it's just cool where hip hop takes you. So
Yeah.
I really like those type of festivals. Like I like going to Carolina.
I just think that too many artists did their own artist driven festivals that were about them, and I think that kind of burnt it out a little bit too. Like Cudi had one, I think Her had one, which was super vibey.
Lights.
Lovers and Friends ended up not happening anymore.
Oh my God. See, and I had flew out for Lovers and Friends.
Oh, that's pain.
That was the day when Family Matter drops and Meet the Grams.
Yeah, so Lovers and Friends ended up not happening, right, this year?
That's because Meet the Grams dropped and it was just so dark.
That's not the reason why Lovers and Friends.
It turned the lights off just on the nation.
Travis had his festival. Obviously, we know what happened with that. But I don't even think that, like, even if that tragedy didn't happen, that Astroworld would still be going on every single year. Just off
You don't think so?
I mean, I think out of anybody, Travis might have the best possibility for it to still going on every year.
Me too.
But it's just like, after a while, it would have to be called something else. So they'd have to change it. Maybe Utopia. I don't know. It would have to change. I just think that Dreamville kind of is like, it is what it is, and we love it. But it's just, I think festivals is just time. It's just, you know, Coachella isn't what it used to be either. It's just
So what do you think we're pivoting to next? What's 2025 giving?
Like what? Like performance-wise?
Or just like, what's going to be the new festival? If we're not doing festivals, what are we doing?
I don't know. I think it's just like we're going to go back to like, I think right now, just music as a whole, everything's going or like skewing towards more just independently driven things.
Well, that's for sure.
Like, I think like major labels don't hold the weight that they used to hold anymore. It still hold a very big weight, but it's like, you know, and we're going to talk about this later on, but like you look at someone like Shaboozey, who is with Empire, and yeah, Empire's label, but technically it's an independent label, right? And they have the #1 song in Billboard history now. And that's on an independent label. That's not under like the typical Warner or UMG umbrella,
right?
Or Sony, which is like extremely impressive. So I think like we're gonna go back to like a lot more independently driven shows. And honestly, I like that. Like I miss kind of just going to like just see an artist that I like at like an Irving Plaza or at a Barclays Center and just like catch that one vibe. Like with festivals, it's just like it's just too much shit. It's like a lot of bulk there that I like, but also it's like, unless it's like a super special one, like. I really like what Rolling Loud does outside the country. Like I like their Thailand one. That one was really cool. Or like their 10-year anniversary in Miami. But I can also understand why Rolling Loud might have had to downsize from doing the Bay, LA, Miami, New York. You know, it becomes a lot after a while.
Yeah.
You know, so I get it.
I like it. Well, speaking of Shaboozey, we're just gonna do a honorable mention to Tipsy, a bar song, for being #1 for 19 weeks.
Yes.
Tying with Old Town Road as the longest running #1 record in history.
I'm so proud of Shaboozey, man. I love that.
Insane.
You know Shaboozey used to rap, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Shaboozey was a rapper originally. Yeah, if you like look like it might have been deleted by now, but he had a song on the first Spider-Verse soundtrack, and then he used to rap. He used to do kind of like that when Travis Scott was like first coming up and that like auto-tune type of sound was very popular. He did some of that. But it's really cool to see how Shaboozey's grown from like that into like this.
Yeah, I didn't know he was rapping, but I know he's been out for a long time, just outside working with people behind the scenes. So I'm just happy to see him get his just due.
And when I seen Shaboozey like for the first time, like doing the country stuff, like about a year ago, I remember I seen this and I was like, oh yeah, like
he found the pocket.
I was like, this gonna crack. And then I remember like I called I called up. I forgot why we got in this conversation, but I called up one of Cash Cobain's managers, Mokta, and me and Mokta were talking about Shaboozey. I think is it because Mokta's from the DMV, something like that. But like, and she was like, yeah, she sent me all these old Shaboozey rap records that I hadn't heard yet, and I was like, whoa.
Were they good?
Yeah, they were cool. They were cool. It wasn't like I guess like because again, it's like now everybody trying to do like sexy drill. You know what I'm saying? It kind of felt like he was trying to like copy or not copy, but kind of like. Fit into that pocket of sound that was going on when like Birds in the Trap and all those albums were coming out. Yeah. And it was good, but it just like it didn't feel like him. This feels like him. You know what I'm saying? This feels genuine. So I love this. And I love Shaboozey. Shaboozey's great.
Shout out to Shaboozey. I love that. Also just some honorable mentions for the charts this year. We had 9 #1 hip hop albums on the Billboard Hot 200. Kanye with Vultures and Ty Dolla $ign. We Don't Trust You. Future, We Still Don't Trust You, Future, and Metro Boomin. The Death of Slim Shady.
Days Before Rodeo. Yeah, I forgot that re-released this year.
Wow, okay.
Mixtape Pluto, Lifestyle by Yeet, Chromacopia by, of course, Tyler, the Creator, and GNX.
Chromacopia, amazing. GNX,
by
also fire.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, we did good this year. And I know everybody was complaining about hip hop last year, but I just feel like it was just like a little bit of an off year.
I just feel like nobody even tried last year. I don't know why. I feel like it was just so much noise that nobody tried. Because why did all the projects drop this year?
I don't know. I mean, I think like, you know, I used to think about it like this. Like there'll be like, sorry for the Marvel reference, right? But like there'll be times when like early on when the Marvel movies were first coming out, like the MCU would be like, some years you would get like 2 or 3 really good movies, and then some years you would get like none. And it's like, oh, well, I didn't get no good movie. And then the next year you got good movies again. It kind of like is like that.
It's a reset.
It's just a reset, yeah. I think everybody was talking about Hip Hop 50 last year, that it kind of like, Hip Hop 50 kind of like drowned out the noise of of the younger artists trying to just get they shine.
Yeah.
So I think like that was a big, and obviously, you know, like last year, like it was like Hip Hop 50 events every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, after a while, I was like, hey man, like I love this. I want to hear some new music though, please. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to hear some new music.
Gabe was so over it. Gabe pulled me to this. Hey, we ain't talking about no more old shit today. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nah, it's fine. To be fair, it was really him.
Nah, it was just like very very overwhelming, and I'm just like, there's so much cool new stuff going on that like
they should have found a way to
merge it,
integrate it a little better.
Actually, we got approached to do like some activations that would like try to merge Hip Hop 50, but it just didn't work because it's just like it's hard. But I think like overall, yeah, man, I was just like, yo, like there's so much new stuff. That's when like Cash and them first started really like moving last year, and a lot of these other guys were really moving last year. I'm like, yo, let's celebrate them. Like they're doing their thing, and like they're sampling these records that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So like that's why I was getting kind of like tired of talking about. I'm like, yo, we can't talk about the old without talking about what's new and like what they're doing to honor the old. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Just saying.
I agree. Well said, Gabe.
Oh, shit.
Well, I just would like to say salute to Ashanti and Nelly. I love seeing them have their baby.
You know what I'm saying?
And just happy in love. It's super cute.
That you know what that means, right?
What?
You could always spin the block.
No. No.
You could always spin the block.
Oh God.
You could always spin the block. Cause like literally, why not?
Anyways,
if she's single, or if he's single,
hold on. You could spin the block if you Nelly. Yeah. What? Of course you can. Y'all niggas ain't Nelly.
That's disrespectful. I ain't gonna lie. Look, I was gonna slide in like an ASAP Rocky joke in there. Be like, if you from New York, you could definitely spin the block. But then I was like, they didn't get along, or they didn't get together early on, so it didn't work out. But I think you can spin the block. No, Sean. No, delete that shit right now.
Put it back.
Nah, delete that shit. He wanted to talk about Remy and Pat. That's why.
I don't mind talking about it just because I'm just disappointed that I feel like all the black martyrs in every space. Well, let me not call them martyrs, but all
martyrs.
That was totally the wrong
That
word.
was crazy. That's a clip. She said the martyrs.
All the black like
power couples,
but even beyond power couples, just powerful people that you look up to this year have been getting their backs kicked in. Like,
why do you think that is? Let's unpack this.
Oh, man. Oh, I don't know. Obviously, no relationship is perfect. You know, the Pap and Remy stuff is just sad just because, you know, they did records on Black Love. They painted themselves to be the face of Black Love. So
right.
To see it turn out like this is just like, what the fuck?
I also feel like, again, not even trying to bring like the internet into it, but I feel like the internet, especially like, you know, you had DDG and Halle on there, and I'm not speaking on nobody's relationship because at the end of the day, I don't care. Right. I don't care. Mm-hmm. But like, I just think like that the internet like fuels a lot of hate in those type of relationships. Like, I feel like, you know, they be having a lot going on in their own separate lives as well as their personal lives and their professional lives. And then we all go on Twitter and then everybody puts their 2 cents in. Right. And then
start memeing shit.
And then it don't help that you scroll on Twitter and there's a new bad bitch every fucking scroll. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, damn, I just found the last one. And now I want this one. You feel me? I think that's a big problem. It's like it's the illusion of choice that you have. It's like the same thing where it's like you wear glasses, so you understand. Mm-hmm. It's like all these, well, not these, but like all these. This is like an independent glass, but all like the main glasses people are all made by the same company. Bear with me, I'm getting there, right? And it's like, look, it's like it's an illusion of choice, just like that. All these girls are like an illusion of choice. You know what I'm saying? You get all these girls, but they're just being fed to you by one brand, being fed to you by social media. You cannot, these girls are not accessible to you.
Yeah.
You know?
And honestly, it's like...
And that's for men who be wanting to cheat with girls online. I'm not saying about DDG or Halle. I'm just saying that's an in general thing. Like, we're fed a lot of women online, and that could maybe leads some men astray from the values that they love so much, and I am one of those men. So I've been that guy online that's been like, damn, like I just started talking to this girl, but then this girl just popped up on my feed. So I'm actively now. That's like one of the things I've been working on for the last 6 months is like not being like that.
Well, that's good. Yeah, because just because it looks like you have a lot of options, like
you don't.
And relationships really take work. What is it? Okay, not to be like the big J. Cole fan here, but it's like there's always...
It always goes back to Cole. Oh, like, look.
But like he said, there's always going to be better out there. You just got to love yours.
Right. I feel like there's a Drake bar for this too, but like I won't catch it until I'm bumping it in the car later on.
He don't got that because he don't love nothing. You don't hear it in the records, but anyway.
That's not true.
Anyway.
It's not true.
I also wanted to piggyback off of the illusion thing. It's just that this year really showed me that people really love just drama, like whatever they see online. And I don't know if it's because I work in the music industry where I see a headline, I just scroll past. Like, I don't even believe it 9 times out of 10. But where most people see the headline, it's like, oh my God, da-da-da-da. Like, they think what Jaguar's Wright is saying is like law, you know? So what I realized this year, or something that I want people to take away from this year, is that believe nothing that you see and only half of what you hear, because none of that shit is true. Yeah,
I feel like, again, like from what I was like kind of going off at the beginning of the show is like every time that myself or my show has been in some shit online, it never reflected to real life. It's always just kind of like people talking about shit or, you know, criticizing an artist or whatever.
And it's people that don't know you.
And it's people that don't know me. And then, you know, someone like, you know, I got to give big ups to Big Sean. Big Sean is one of my favorite artists. We got to talk about our favorite things that we've done this year.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess I'll start with, like, Big Sean. Big Sean is, like, one of my favorite people that I've gotten to work with this year. Overall, just because I feel like he was one of the most genuine people that I got to work with this year, and he was one of the easiest artists to work with this year. But, like, I feel like even speaking to him is just, like, you know, you speak to people who are legends in the game who, like, are just like, yo, Gabe, like, I love what you do for independent artists, and I love what you do for us.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't ever stop. Don't ever let anybody, like, knock you off that pivot. You know what I'm saying? But then everybody online want to knock you off that pivot. So, like, I think about shit like that, and I'm just like, wow, like, this is the real life thing that I'm being given versus this is the online thing that's being fed to me.
Yeah.
And which one is real and which one is fake? And which one is trying to knock me off my pivot and which one is trying to allow me to grow into my higher purpose of what I'm trying to do.
That part.
Yeah. I've gotten real spiritual this year.
I love that.
I know.
I see
it's
you
disgusting.
drinking tea. It's
disgusting.
You're moving closer and closer my way, and I love this. I really do.
I know. You've been waiting for this for like 10 years. She's been waiting for me to get to this point in my life for 10 years, and now I'm like, ugh.
I am so proud.
But yeah, let's talk about like, okay, so from a We Need to Talk perspective, I gave you like one of my favorites. We're doing 3, right? We're doing 3 each of what was like one of your favorite interviews this year and why?
Favorite interviews this year.
We'll just go back and forth.
I definitely got to go with Kalani. Love talking to Kalani. Obviously, been a big Kalani fan since college. And yeah.
That's amazing.
I
know. We had our Kalani moments together anyway.
Yes,
so yeah, we definitely did.
And I just really fanned out. I mean, even to your point, the first time we met Kalani as interns.
Yep.
And we took like that group photo. And it's just crazy. Oh, my God. And then...
Did you show her that photo?
No.
You should have. Why don't you show them that photo?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't ever remind people if we've met before. I just want people to remember me. Like, if you naturally remember, then great. If you don't, then it's cool. It's no sweat off. I don't know.
I remind people if they met me, if they're, like, looking at me, like, funny. Like, Common was looking at me kind of funny. And Common's like, because him and his people were trying to figure out where they know me from. I'm like, Angie. And they're like, oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she wasn't looking at me funny.
Okay.
But if that does happen, then yes. But I'm not going to be like, hey, man, remember we met, da-da-da. Like, I don't even really care that much because a lot of times...
No, but you should bring it up in conversation because I think, like, showing her that piece of
history... I brought it up. I just didn't show the picture.
You should have shown the picture.
Why?
Because I feel like that picture creates a certain bond with you and that artist.
But I don't know if you remember, and maybe I might have
We don't need to talk about
wrong.
that, Tom. We don't need to talk about that.
See, but that's why I didn't want to bring it up. But that's why I didn't...
We don't need to talk about that. We're not talking about that.
But that's why I didn't want to bring it up.
I understand.
I don't want no problems.
Well, anyway, I think like that's amazing. It was funny because like when I saw she was moving around in New York, I seen her do you and a couple other things. I called Crespo, and Crespo was like, "Oh, she doesn't want to perform." I said, "I don't want a fucking performance." I said, I'm like, yo, I deadass just want to talk about fucking all of her music that I've been listening to for, I guess almost 10, if not, about 10 years now.
Yeah.
But like, regardless, like, I love that you got your Kehlani moment. That was beautiful.
I love being able to just be a fan. Like, I didn't even have to write no questions. It's just
I love doing those interviews. Yeah.
Yo, so talk to me about this. And what about this? And girl, what about this? Like, I love a girl talk interview. And that was one of those for me. That's
amazing. Yeah. I would say like my second favorite OTR of the year is of course like the Cash Cobain experience, right? And I think, I speak Cash's praise on every time I do like an interview or whatever. But I think like the biggest reason for me for that was because like just watching his rise over the last couple of years and people count him out and people discredit him and people be like, what the fuck is Sexy Drill and all this shit and nobody want to hear that. And like seeing Dunk Contest come out in January and then For Sure come out the month after and then like shooting this with him and dropping it. I think it was on his birthday because I think Slizzy Fest might have been on his birthday too. It was the day of Slizzy Fest regardless, which ended up not happening obviously for reasons. But it was so cool and like it was such a full circle moment seeing him be able to celebrate this level of success right before all this new success that he's had. And it was kind of just crazy having 60 women just in the OTR studio. It was kind of like
so crazy.
Like I'll never forget. Shut up. This is when this was like a month after we did the last after the pilot that never aired while I was talking crazy.
Oh, okay.
But like all I remember is like all the girls were like set up like around Cash and standing on the couch and whatnot. And like shout out Jay Lim, man. Shout out the Pope. He walked in and he go like this. He looked like a kid. Like every man who walked in that studio that day, I've never seen them so happy. Like this in their lives, bro. It was just mad women it worked out. It was definitely like one of the longest cleanups after because the girls were fucking spilling liquor and breaking shit. But it didn't nothing really like broke for real. But like it was one of those things that it was like it was worth the time and effort that we put into it, and I was glad I could like be there to support Cash like at that moment in his career. And also then right after that, Cash gave me like introduced me to my assistant who I have now, and she's incredible.
It definitely played out well online.
Oh yeah,
all the women.
Oh yeah, all the women. Yeah, they're like they said, oh, Cash got it. They said Cash got it.
Yeah, everybody was into that.
Yeah. What about your second favorite interview of the year?
Second fave interview would probably go to Money Long. It hasn't dropped yet. I think it's dropping this week. But that one was another girl time conversation, and that one really hit for me because she's going through a divorce, and I just went through a breakup, so we was really in our bag. Like, ladies, if y'all are in your bag, listen to this, because Money was honestly just giving me game like she was an older sister, and I really like that. So shout out to Money Long.
Y'all cry?
Nah.
Good.
This isn't like you're heartbroken and you're crying phase. This is like you heartbroken, but you about to boss the fuck up. Boss your pussy up. You know what I'm saying? That's what this interview is. So boss
your pussy up.
Yeah. Am I lying?
Put that
is
on
that not a boss your pussy up interview?
Put that on like a mug or something. Boss your pussy up is crazy.
It was.
Yo, you know my favorite term on Twitter? I'm sorry. You know what my favorite term on Twitter was this year? Poor pussy management. I ain't gonna lie.
We're doing ins and outs of 2024. That is out. Poor pussy management is out.
But okay, so my third and I guess like my final favorite one of the year that I can think about was Layla.
Layla's, yes, I love that.
Yeah, Layla. The Layla on the Radar experience to be we actually have a full either end of this year, top of next year. We actually have if you don't know, she produces all her music, and we have this beat breakdown series. She actually broke down how she made Not My Problem and one other song on the project, and she did like a live cook up of a beat on site, so you actually could see like her process. And fun fact, she does all this in, I believe, GarageBand. Or she did it in Garage. I think, if I'm not mistaken, she was a producer doing GarageBand. So I might be wrong when it comes out, but you'll see it. But the reason why I love that is because I feel like for so long we had at OTR, we wanted to break into the R&B space. And, you know, R&B is a very uphill battle. I had this conversation with actually our friend Ron Stu last night. And I'm like, the hard thing about being an R&B artist is that you need to have music for the traditional R&B lovers. But you also have to have your modern day R&B hit that resonates on TikTok with the kids.
Yeah.
And if you don't have both, you will not be a successful R&B artist for more than a year. And Layla is one of those that did that just right. Like if you listen to Not My Problem, you're like, oh wow, like, you know, it went viral, one of the most viewed on the radars on TikTok. It had like 20 million views on our TikTok. And her project was just like this beautiful soulful R&B project. Like Are You Down? Like when she hits that little falsetto on Are You Down, that shit still like it scratches my brain in the right way that like the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Like it's so beautiful. And I think like she's like literally one of my favorite artists from the towns like of the last like decade. So
Lord.
So I'm just because I mean like when you see just how she just moves and how she works and how she creates, it's really like she's really baby genius for real.
No, I think she's very well put together. I really, really like her.
And that's all her.
Not saying that she's put together, but I'm saying like how she puts herself together.
Yeah. And I love that we were finally able to break an R&B artist, and now like since then more R&B artists have been swinging our way. So.
Plus she was embraced by rap.
Plus, she was embraced by, you know what I'm saying? What does Cass say? He's like, that's not my problem. I'm the real Suzy Small. That shit.
Tough.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't just him. It was all of rap. Fucking.
All of them did that shit.
Fab. Who else is on it?
I saw some unreleased ones that'll never see the light of day.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, Lila, man.
I really enjoyed. I would say my third favorite for the year would be tied between Symone and Victoria Monet. And it's really just, honestly, and thinking back to the people that I picked, they're just people that I actually listen to the most. Like, I'm just really a fan of. Like, love Symone, love his growth, love Victoria Monet, love her growth. And, yeah, I like the conversations because they're effortless, because I'm naturally a fan. And, yeah.
Symino's such a great conversationalist, too.
Yes, he is.
He's mad funny, too. Wait, did he give you a nickname?
No, but he said he's gonna make me his A&R, holding you.
I like that. What he call me? Hold on. I think he called me Gabraham or Gabo.
Oh my god.
Gabo, but Gabo.
Yeah, he's definitely one for a
moniker. Giving you monikers. Yeah, giving you monikers. Shout out Symone, man. That was also one of my favorite interviews that I did this year, for real.
But I do really love how you were doing these producer breakdowns. I like what you did with Dizzy, and I really like the fact that you're doing legacy acts because.
Oh, the legacy shit's fire, right?
Yeah.
Estelle, yeah. The legacy shit was funny because like we actually did one a year ago with Goapele. She did Closer. And
that's how you say her name? It's not Gopelli? It's not Gopelli?
No, it's not. It's Goapele.
I really thought it was Gopelli. All right, go ahead.
We did it with Goapele a year ago. That's a clip. We did Goapele and she did Closer, and like we didn't think about it, but then like I think it was when Estelle came, and Estelle was like, I had asked her to do American Boy, and I'm like, yo, we could kind of turn this into a series. Just have legends come through and do records, even if they're not like they're pseudo legends, like regional legends too. Like I got this guy Richie Rich, who is he's from the Bay, so he's more like a Bay Area legend, West Coast legend. Yeah. And like I had got him to do like his biggest record from like the '90s. But I think it's cool because like most of these legends, like they already know what to do with these records because they perform them so many times, so they really be in and out. Like Ice Cube did his John in like 2 seconds. He like knocked it. All right, cool, later guys.
Oh, because he cut from a different cloth. I'm sure the legacy acts are probably much easier than these new niggas.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They know the words to their shit.
Sure. But like the legacy acts is harder to clear monetization on YouTube on than the new one. So you see the the balance. It's like all right, we're doing the legacy shit because we gotta get a sponsor for that series, and then the new ones we could do X, Y, and Z with.
That makes sense.
It's like a give and take, but I love it. And like the Mario one's incredible. The Common one is gonna be incredible. By the time people see this, that's all out.
Yes.
De La, yep, that one's incredible. And then I also got another one. I got like a classic with Absol. I gotta figure out when I'm putting that out. But we also shot that too.
Oh, I thought I saw that.
We did a freestyle with Absol, but the classic that he did is not out yet. So
what song did he do?
I forgot, but it's one with Kendrick on it. I'm blanking.
Okay.
It'll come to me.
Well, I'm excited. I
want to go through our Apple Music replays. We don't have Spotify. Why don't you use Spotify?
I do now. But not really. I don't know. I'm an Apple Music girly.
I've always have been too. Like I just feel like my whole library of downloaded illegal music, was there. So it's like when they were like, oh yeah, let's go to Spotify. I'm like, my whole library is already there. I have all these like zip files of like unreleased artist shit on there. Why would I fucking go to Spotify? But I love Spotify though.
I love Spotify.
I use Spotify to find new stuff. I will say that. Apple Music is more like for the shit that I already like.
Discovery, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna go like we'll go one by one. You have your replay pulled up?
Yes, I do.
So we could go by you want to do like top artists? We could go by top artists first. Okay, so my top artists, so it said 619 total artists.
Okay.
My top artist, my number one artist is Chow Lee. Shout out my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I ain't gonna lie, like his Sex Drive album was really just like a solid from top to bottom playlist of just good music. And it was like often would be like, it's like an hour and a half. No, it might be like an hour long, maybe hour and a half. So I would listen to it on the plane and I would know like, oh, if I'm flying to Florida or I'm flying to Houston, if I'm done with the Chow album, it means I'm already like halfway there or more there. Second was Cash. Third was R2R who I think R2R is about to have like the biggest breakout year in the new year. Are you familiar yet or no?
You was talking about him
last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. R2R you would actually like his music, right? Because it's like I know you like the sexy drill stuff, but it's not entirely your speed because you're so cozy and shit. His shit is more motivational, angelic drill.
Okay.
I'll play it for you anyway.
Okay.
Vontae the Singer, Lonnie Love, On the Radar, Drake, July, Shaboozey, Basswag, Low Shimmy, Kendrick, and then that's 12. That's
wow, Low Shimmy's in there?
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I know I'm nasty, bro. I'm sorry.
I was actually surprised by that one.
Why are you surprised?
I don't know why I was, but I am.
Nah, his albums were just, I think Low Shimmy makes some of the best driving music. Do your top 12 artists. Let's go.
So top artist was Nippa, Suave,
nice.
Arya Starr, Kelly Rowland, Ahmad Anonymous.
Oh, fire.
Kenny
I like
Mason,
that for you. Yes,
Kendrick
Kenny.
Lamar, Wale, Braxton Cook, Monica, Rhapsody, Erykah Badu, SWV, and They.
This is like the most unsurprising Nyla wrap up of the year. We'll do top 10 songs of the year.
Top 10?
Well, top 10 most listened to songs on our Apple Replay. So
I like my top 10.
So first for me was Waste No Time by R2R I want to also preface this that a lot of this is Toby sitting in my car playing the music off my phone.
Oh, so this is really Toby's top.
No, it's mine. It's mine. I'm fuck with you. So it was Waste No Time by R2R Masterpiece by R2R For Us by Vontae, Agbad Twin, Chow, Cash, and Bay, Dunk Contest, SNA by Chow, Face to Face with Vontae, Chow, and Mo, and Cash, Remember Me by Vontae, Don Toliver, Attitude with Charlie Wilson, and Cash, and then Fair to Me by R2R
Okay. My top 10 songs, according to Apple Music, was Sugar featuring Larry June by Nippa, Bloody Samaritan featuring Kelly Rowland.
Wait, that song. Damn, that song. You know, Ira Star always creeps into my replay every year too.
Hey man,
with that project,
it's such a positive record. I can see the records where I was going through it. You know, that was one of them.
Oh, we're getting a little hint of Nyla's breakup on this. So keep going.
Holding Space by Mayada. She's a fire R&B singer.
Mayada is her name?
Mayada.
Shout out Mayada, man.
She's dope.
Shout out Mayada. Gotta check her out.
Ahmad Anonymous and Kenny Mason with Can't Wake Up remix.
Dope
Love that
song.
record. Yep. Suave got 5 and 6 with No Ordinary Love and 800 Miles. Braxton Cooks with 90s featuring Joyce Rice and Masego. Monica, Like This and Like That. Love that record. Truth or Dare by Tyla. And then Tito M, Yuppie, and Burna Boy with Two Shot Labam.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah. I could tell like which one of those was like you're going through it right.
Mm-hmm. Yo, me too. That's why I'm like, ooh.
I felt that.
This was a year, y'all.
You made it though.
Yes, we did.
Top albums. We could do like I guess just top 10.
Wow.
I did so number 1 for me was Play Cash Cobain. Again, Toby. I'm playing. 2 was Sex Drive by Chow Lee, because I told y'all that was like my playing album, so of course I bumped it.
Yeah.
Mr. R2R was R2R Lovers and Friends Deluxe with Vontae. Then it was GNX by Kendrick Lamar. Then it's Where I've Been Isn't Where I'm Going by Shaboozey. Then it's Better Off Alone, A Boogie. Then it's Nardy World by Low Shimmy. And then 9 was Heartstone Psycho, Don Toliver. And then this actually just, I'm going to say 10 and 11 because this just surpassed it.
15.
15. Oh, you can do 15?
Yeah.
Oh, bet. Okay, cool. So then 11 was The Flow by July. Now, if you don't know who July is like one of my favorite upcoming artists in New York.
Okay.
He kind of sounds like, I don't even want to say who he sounds like. I'll show you him so you can understand later on. But July, he made an incredible body of work where like the first like 4 songs are all just like one song combined, but they're all through different eras. Like the first song is like called New York Angel. Second song is like Heaven Sent, and third song is like Something from Hell. So you gotta like go through the emotions with the. I'll show you. Anyway, 11 is Take Care by Big X The Plug. 12 is Just Keep Floating with On the Radar in July. 13 is Sexiest Place on Earth, which is Lonnie Love, my artist. 14th is Heaven Sent by J Dot. And then 15 is another Lil Shimmy album, Zombieland 2.6. So I love Lil Shimmy, man.
Yeah, you're really locked in with him.
I love Lil Shimmy, man. That's my dog.
Man, my top albums are Suave Billy, Ahmad Anonymous with Mount Snug, SWV, Release Some Tension. That's their second album. Nippa.
The release attention, huh?
It's actually a song about sex, but yes.
Okay. No, I'm just okay. Never mind. You know, I'm just gonna keep pushing.
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
It went over my head.
No, it's fine. It did go over your head a little bit. So
okay.
It's fine.
4 was Nippa. 5 was Tyler. 6 is Burna Boy. 7 is Andre 3000, New Blue Sun. It was really because I was trying to fall asleep. 8 was Alice Coltrane because I was just trying to get into jazz. Erykah Badu, Mama's Gun, number 9. Guru, Jasmine Taz, number 10. Rhapsody, Please Don't Cry, number 11. You know, we went on tour. Kendrick Lamar, GNX. Mayada, Holding Space. Bryson Tiller, Trap Soul. And then Wale, More About Nothing, 15.
I ain't gonna lie, I like yours. Mine was very unsurprising.
Yours is very you.
Is that bad though?
No,
I do be
not.
It's crazy. It'd be funny because I always be thinking like I do have like a lot more stuff that I listen to, but it's just like I don't know. Whenever I just be driving, I just be
you gravitate
towards the guys. Yeah. I like the up and coming. I like support. I like that. As do you. All your artists were the majority of your artists were a lot of like new, young, at least young artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then a couple like sprinkles in there of like yeah for the soul.
Hey, man. Duality. That's what you get here on Central Discourse.
Boom. Episode 0.
Episode 00. We'll be back again. I'm excited to actually be able to chime in on the culture weekly or bi-weekly with you just because I feel like it's needed. Me and you do a lot behind the scenes for the culture, and I think...
we should talk about it more.
I think we should talk about it.
Yeah, because they don't know.
2025, we talking our shit. We talking
our shit. Well, this was episode 0 of Central Discourse, 2024 roundup. We're doing a lot better than we did when we recorded the pilot, so things are going well. But be on the lookout, you know, announcements, drop schedule, all that beautiful stuff. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's Gabe P.
Nyla Symone.
See, we're getting there.
Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We'll be back.
Yep, Central Discourse. Let's go. Bow.